Hey guys, got a battle report for you today. It's my Eldar against Tom's Grey Knights. We rolled for kill points and the standard table edge deployment, 12 inches on. I won the roll off to go first, so I deployed all my units in a nice straight line along my board edge. Apart from the Jetbikes, they were in reserve. And Tom placed his Land Raider in the top corner there, and there's two squads of Terminators, but one's in Land Raider and one is in reserve. So now we're going to the next picture. You can see I've actually used my divination ability from Eldar, who is in the central wave serpent there in the picture, to redeploy one of my fire prisms to the left hand side. It's just out of shot, just to the left of that forest. You can't just quite see it. And I just moved my avatar just to the side of the building just to get him in a better place to counteract that Land Raider, which is no doubt come rumbling forward or towards my lines and start putting the pain on. And he's also got the little deep striking skull thing on the right hand side of the picture there. Going to the next picture, it's my first turn movement. I basically just turbo boosted the fire dragon wave serpent to the other side of that building to get the cover save and start putting a bit of pressure onto the Land Raider. The avatar moved forward and then ran because he couldn't really do anything else. The Vipers and the Wave Serpent in the middle just shuffled round to face that forest because you can't see in the picture, but there's actually a Vindicare Assassin in there. They shot at him, didn't do much because he passed like 10 armor saves. I mean, one character passed 10 armor saves. It's ridiculous. And the Fire Prisms combined fire against the Land Raider, but even with being twin linked, they just completely fluffed and scattered off twice and didn't do anything. So it was pretty uneventful first turn for me. Okay, well let's go on to the next picture. You can actually see here that the Vindicare Assassin, after not being shot up by the Wave Serpent and the Vipers, he basically ran out, and because he can never get more than +1d6 penetration against vehicles, his turbo pen round is basically useless against my Wave Serpent, and he charged me and did nothing, which now is great for me because now he's out in the open. The Land Raider also shot at the Serpent, but it didn't do anything, and that's about it for that picture. So moving on to the next picture, basically I moved away from the Vindicare to start shooting at him, putting a lot of shots into Vindicare to hopefully kill him. And also moved the Fire Dragons up in the top of the picture there to hit the Land Raider. Both Fire Prisms again shot at the Land Raider, but failed to do any damage whatsoever to it again. The Serpent dropped out the Dragons, as you can see in the picture there, but out of that squad of 6 I only managed to get 2 hits, so that really peeved me off. You know, I was hoping to destroy the Land Raider this turn, but now it's looking less and less likely. From those 2 hits I only managed to get 1 penetration, which I did manage to immobilize it though, but I would have liked to have destroyed it, obviously. The Vipers mass fired at the Vindicare and killed it, and the Avatar moved up and fired his lance weapon at the Land Raider, but failed to do any damage to it, just being he was out of his 2d6 melee range. Yeah, so that's that picture. Okay, so this picture is just showing that the Vindicare has been killed, and it's just a little bit of a different angle from the previous picture. Let's go on to the next picture. This is basically the Terminators disembarked from the Land Raider, moved around to attack the Avatar. They fired into him with all the weapons and managed to take 3 wounds from the Avatar, which I wasn't expecting that, but there was a lot of firepower in that, a couple of side cannons, lots of stone bolters and things, so he just made lots of saves and ended up failing 3. The Land Raider also shot at the Fire Dragons with the rest of its weaponry and managed to kill 5 of the squad of 6 there, just left the Exarch standing on his own. He would have died too, but he managed to pass his armor save. He also fired its multi-melter into the rear armor of that Wave Serpent there and also wrecked it. And this is really annoying at this point because I was really thinking in my head that that Land Raider, you know, should be dead and it shouldn't be standing there at all. But this is the way the game goes sometimes. And then in the assault phase, we have that. Sorry, I'm chewing on my words here. In the assault phase, the Terminators charge into the Avatar and manage to actually kill him in combat. But luckily I actually took 2 or 3 with me, just because I hit the same initiative as his halberds. And there's in the next picture, which we're going to now, is basically just that. Just a picture of the ensuing combat going on there. There's not much to say other than the avatar died, and the current kill point count is like 3 to 1. Okay, so this picture is the start of turn 3. Just because I don't really move much, I just stayed with my backs against my table edge. My jetbikes have still not come on from reserve. Basically, the only thing that happened in this turn really was the Fire Dragon Exarch charged into the Land Raider. It's immobilized, so I should have got I got 1 automatic hit, which should have been a penetrating, but of course I happened to roll Snake Eyes, which is fantastic when you need to, kill the Land Raider. And also that the rest elsewhere I was more successful. That big squad of Terminators that was in the middle is now being reduced to about 4 or 5 models, just from massed shooting from the Vipers, and they've really been great in this game. Just the sheer amount of shots that they can dish out. Managed to kill 3 or 4 of the Terminators in the centre of the thing, and the Fire Prisms also fired at that Terminator squad and managed to kill 3 more. And that's pretty much all that happened in that picture, so we'll move on to the next picture now. This is basically just another little picture just to show that that's all that was left of that nice big Terminator squad there. Just been reduced to the Grandmaster, who's taken a wound, and just a car with the I think he's got a Thunder Hammer or something. But basically that's all that's left. There's not much to say about that squad there. So moving on to the next picture, we have this is just showing that the Exarch has charged the Land Raider there. Again, not much to say really. You already know that you rolled Snake Eyes and did nothing. At this point, that Land Raider is really starting to annoy me because I just can't seem to kill it. Alright, so we'll start with Grenad's turn 3. Next picture here. This is just how he started his turn, with the Terminators outflanking from the back there. I was really not looking forward to this, just because now that my safe position at the back of the board is under threat from this Terminator squad coming up from the side. Also, the Terminator Librarian failed to cast Summoning, which is great for me because he wanted to summon his Land Raider over. The Land Raider itself managed to kill the Exarch that were attacking it, obviously, and also wreck the Fire Prism that was on the left-hand side of the board, as you can see in this picture here. The Grandmaster also managed to wreck the Serpent, which had Eldar in, with his side cannon. Now this just really annoyed me. I mean, this sort of thing shouldn't be happening at this point in the game. I'm trying to shoot his Land Raider with melter guns, and he drops my Serpent with a side cannon. It's just a bit silly, really. But that's how this game is seemingly going at the moment. So we're going to the next picture now. There's not much else to say from that turn. Although I'll just say quickly that is a nice picture there. You can see like the Grandmaster's coming through the building in the centre of the table there, and the Terminator and his the Librarian, the Terminators are coming in from the side there. So I'm sort of getting pincered here, but I still think that I've got a chance to pull this out the bag here, but we'll see. Okay, so looking at this next picture here, as you can see, the Jetbikes have finally come on from reserve, which is great for me because I really need them at this point. I really need to start getting some extra shots on the table. The Dire Avengers just moved around from the back of their Serpent to start firing at those Terminators because they are coming no matter what I do, so I might as well engage them head on. The Jetbikes fired at the Grandmaster and managed to take a wound off him, and then the Vipers basically, the Vipers finished Grandmaster off by just like mass shooting at him, and just managed to take him down, which is great for me. Also in this picture, the Dire Avengers blade stormed the Terminator squad in the top right hand corner there. I managed to kill 3 of them, which is fantastic odds, really. I mean, they were doomed, and the Dire Avengers were guided, so it was sort of in my favour a bit here. Actually, no, they weren't guided because the Psychic Hood managed to shut down my psychic phase pretty much entirely, which of course is fantastic. So going on to the next picture now, you can just see there that the Grandmaster that was there is now dead. Mass shooting for the win took him down, which is great. And on the next picture here, you can also just see how the Terminators have been taken down to 5 left, Librarian +4, but they've now moved up and are starting to put the hurt on me now, which I am not looking forward to in the slightest. Alright, so basically the Librarian has taken a wound from Peril to the Warp, which is why he's got that little dice next to him there to indicate he's taken a wound. The Land Raider that's on the other side of the board from where my camera's pointing in the moment is managed to hit the rear armor of the Fire Prism there, but I didn't do anything because I managed to get a cover save, etc., etc., from the building that's hiding behind. The Terminator closest to my Dire Avengers that actually had an incinerator, which, as you may well guess, absolutely destroyed the Dire Avengers. I tried to take a, be crafty and take a save on my Exarch, who failed and died. I tried to take a save on Eldar, who failed and took a wound. And then I managed to lose like 5 of the Dire Avengers. So I really took the pain from that incinerator there. But that's what they're there for, to flame low wound, low armor save units. And also going on to the next picture. The car that was in the central building with the Grandmaster charged into my Jetbikes. This is a mistake on my part because I forgot to do my 6-inch move where I can basically fly away in this hot phase, and I forgot to do that. So that's my fault. But these are things that you learn in life and you have to get on with. So we'll go on to the next picture. Just quickly before we go into the next picture, I should say the Trusted Car managed to kill 1 Jetbike, but I passed my armor save, so the fight continues. Going on to the next picture then, the Dire Avengers and Eldar charge into the Terminators. It's probably not the best idea what to do really, but I couldn't shoot anyway, and if I run away, I'd just get flamed again. So I mean, Eldar's pretty good in combat, and he doesn't get many attacks, but he always wounds on 2 with the power weapon. So I charged in, and we managed to kill 3 of that squad there. Just 1 Terminator and the Librarian left, fighting it out. The Fire Prism moved around, and shot at the Land Raider, but did nothing. And the Vipers also shot at the Terminators before Eldar and the Dire Avengers charged in, but didn't manage to cause a single wound to them. And moving on to the next picture. Fantastically, the Jetbikes actually managed to kill the Grey Knight that were fighting them. I won combat and got another kill point, which actually has happened sort of the 3rd time this has happened playing against the Tom's Grey Knights. My Jetbikes seem to manage to kill like a lone Terminator and win me a kill point. So it's not exactly how I see the Jetbikes like performing on the tabletop, but whatever they want to do to get me some kill points is fine by me. And moving on to the next picture, you can see the Terminator Librarian moved up and successfully cast summoning. This is after the Terminators basically killed Eldar and the Dire Avengers, and finished them off, moved up, and he cast summoning, brought the Land Raider over, and wrecked my Fire Prism, I believe, is what happened there. I'm not too sure, I think so. Either way, he summoned it over, and it's now sat on top of one of my vehicles. Back to Grey Knights, the Librarian actually killed himself to Perils of the Warp attack, which is great because that's a free kill point for me by him blowing up his own head. That's basically the game there, really. The Land Raiders shot at the Jetbikes, but because I moved into cover, they didn't do anything at all, which is good for me. And this is the end of the game. This was the end of turn 6. The game ended here, and I am actually lost 6-5 on kill points. This was a good, exciting game, I think, start to finish. Very unlucky on my part at some points, but I'm not going to blame the dice. Tom's a good guy, good game, and I'm out, guys.